Hey YouTube, just wanted to hop on here and share something real quick. I was talking to my daughter earlier, and I was telling her that a friend of mine was selling her property, and I don't know why the video is showing so dark, but yeah, selling her property, and the deal fell through. So she began to ask me why that happened, and I was explaining to her that some investors are not willing to put in or are not willing to invest their money into properties that need a lot of work. So it came to me, whereas another investor may see that as nothing. They may look deeper into it and see the bigger picture and see the potential in the property and see that it's willing to invest their money into it for a return. So it came to me that right after I explained to her and hung up the phone with her that we are, that God sees us as an asset and not a liability. Some of these properties, these investors don't want to put in a lot of money or a lot of time, don't want to take the time, and another investor may see that as nothing. I feel as though that's how God sees us. He sees it as nothing. Whatever it takes to get us to where we need to be, whatever we need, He's there for us. And whereas a lot of people will not want to invest in us because they don't see, maybe they don't see the potential in us. They don't see what God sees. They don't see us like God sees us. They don't see who we really are. And they don't want to take the time to invest their time or invest their finances or invest themselves into us because they don't see the potential. Unlike the first investor didn't see, or he may have seen, he just didn't want to put in the amount of money that he felt it was going to need. And another investor saw the potential and he said, this is a good thing, and I'm going to invest my time in it and my money in it, and I'm going to see a good outcome. But that's how God sees us. He sees us as a good investment. I'm not saying that we're an investment. I'm just using that as an example that we are good. He sees us as good. He sees us. He sees the potential in us, and he sees that we're worth. He sees that we are worth the time and the effort and the love, because he knows us. He knew us, like his word said. He knew us before we were formed in our mother's womb. And just like this investor who will see the potential in the home and see that it was worth the time, the effort, and his money, he's going to get a good return. So just like our Father sees the good in us, he sees us as an asset and not a liability, whereas a person will see us in the flesh, carnally see that or feel as though that we are not an asset, but we are a liability. God doesn't see us like that. God sees us as a wonderful asset, beautiful asset in his eyes. And he knows that the return is great. He knows who this person is. He sees the potential in us and sees it as it being worth investing in us. Whereas the world would walk away or give up on us, he would never give up on us. And I didn't get to explain it to or break it down the way I really wanted to, but you guys get the idea as to what I'm trying to say. The first investor didn't see the potential. All he saw was the money that he was going to have to put in it, and he wasn't willing to take the time or the chance to even see what the outcome is going to be. He just gave up and walked away and decided, no, I don't want to have to deal with this. Whereas the other investor is going to come in and see the potential and see that it's good bones and see that everything is good with it. It looks like this now, but when I'm done with it, it's going to look like a totally different house. And that's the way God sees us. That's the way he has already seen us, because he knows the ending at the beginning. He knew us before we were even formed in our mother's womb. So he knows that who we are He knows that this is a good return. He knew that we would be an awesome asset, a beautiful asset, and not a liability. Where other people would walk away or consider you to be a liability instead of an asset. He says no. You're an asset. You're a beautiful asset. You're a wonderful asset. I see that beautiful house already before it's finished being built. I see it. Even in all of its mess, I see it. What you don't see, I see. So it's worth me investing in. It's worth investing in. So he would never walk away from us because he sees us as an asset and not a liability. And I just wanted to encourage you and let you know that you are an asset. You are an asset. You are a beautiful asset. And you are not a liability. You are not a liability. I don't care who tried to tell you or make you feel like. You ever seen that commercial say that we buy ugly houses? You're not an ugly house. You're not an ugly house. I'm being silly right now, but you all get the picture. I hope I broke it down and explained it to you in a way that you understand that in God's eyes, you are beautiful. You are wonderfully and perfectly created in his eyesight. And he holds you in the palm of your hand, in the palm of his hands. And no man can pluck you out. Nobody can pluck you out. So you be blessed, and I hope that that this blessed you. If so, if it did, please share, like, and subscribe. And you all have a blessed day. All right, bye. Till next time.